There you go, live.
Okay, we're live.
Okay. Do that first thing. We will say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I will call the meeting to order at the City Troy Township Trustee's Office. And it's December 17th, 2025 at 5 o'clock. Thank you. Turn it over to Steve.
Okay, thank you, Trustee. Appreciate it very much. You know, it's a holiday season. I want to say happy holidays to the board and also to Leanne. Of course, I see her 4 times a week or 3 times a week. But we're excited to have another board meeting actually because we have several items of business to take care of. And we'd like to start out with talking about 2026 budget. All of the board members have agenda handed out, and so we'll just follow down on the agenda. We can talk about it. Dan, if you got a.
I already handed the one out, number 1 out.
Okay. You guys have it. Yeah. So here's the story. Honestly, I messed up. I misunderstood. I thought you were coming to this meeting. You clearly stated in your text that you couldn't make it. So, our budget adoption meeting, we only had 1 board member, which is not a quorum. And therefore, we couldn't adopt the budget that I was proposing. Now, the budget that I was proposing was slightly more dollars than the 2025 budget. But we can, since it's only slightly more dollars, we can, so what happens is, since we didn't have a quorum, then we could not officially report to the DLGF that here's our budget. And that means we are stuck with the 2025 budget again, according to the DLGF. So that's why number 1 is the same as the 2025 budget. Now, it's the same with the fund. So you have the general fund and township assistance fund and the fire fund. But within those funds, we can move money around. So if you would like to see what I'm proposing for 2026, we can go through that.
Yeah, let's see it.
So if you look at number 1 there, I just stated out loud what I wrote there on the first page.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you can see 2025 and 2026 are the same.
Okay.
Overall.
Yep.
And we don't even know what the heck the fire, I'll show you a page on the fire, but we don't have a definite knowledge of what the fire will be. We had to ask for a reauthorization on the fire this year because it was not properly laid out for 2025. And for 2026, we will have a similar situation, only I think it will be less money than in 2025. But I can't tell you exactly what that is. You have, let's see, I brought a page. This is what I think. I'm going to start at the JR. Firefighter. And he can pass it down through here. So then if we go to the general fund group.
So sticking with that, yeah. So does this reflect exactly what it was, or does this make a change where we decided we needed to up the one for Anderson that was the
Correct.
Right.
This is,
So
but the purple are exactly what it turned out.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, and the tan are my prediction. Where's that one that's tan on the left?
Well, now, are you considering that one the tan or this one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because we
Well,
have
well,
a special allocation, is what I'm saying. So that's, in there.
Yeah, we had a special allocation here
Yeah,
to get to that. So if you see, we were, if you look at the fire, we were 47,800, so we had to ask for quite
Yeah.
additional amount of money to meet
yeah,
that.
we just had to move it.
Yeah, and now we've done it a little differently here. We had a situation where for insurance, it was indefinite. And at the last minute, we had the hardest time getting Hamilton to report. And then they reported it $6,200. And I had to call them and say, God, I think you guys are probably misquoting. And what it turns out to be is that the insurance that we pay is on the fire, but not the
Yes.
fire engines and all that. But Hamilton was giving us the insurance on both.
Right.
So we got that straightened out now. I don't have that number in there, but the Hamilton number is more in line with these other.
okay.
And then now over here, what I've done now, instead of saying 1/4 of the LIT or whatever it says, we've given them a max. That's a max. So we can budget to that. And it's gonna be $2 more in each case, but so you can see we're higher. It can't go above it.
Okay.
Are you okay then? Let Wendy see.
What about,
Does she have one?
what about the Anderson Township? We were in agreement that we would give them a substantial increase each year.
That's what I was asking.
You,
And if
okay,
if that's indicated in that.
it is indicated in this,
Well, they have an increase, but I think it's gonna be less than those numbers on the right and the tan. Larry Lautner's been over a number of times to discuss it.
He's talked to Larry quite often about the contracts.
It's been the hardest thing to nail down. Because these guys.
I know Troy was, I think it was last year, we had a hard time getting
Yeah, I was
budget.
talking to Jason Lane, yeah.
Yeah. It's just hard when they're
And
changing.
they haven't been that hard to nail down, sure.
Yeah.
Hamilton's been the hardest. And Anderson.
We finally just started counting last Friday, wasn't it? No, Monday. Monday's when he brought it in to me.
Yeah, he left the folder
Yeah.
on a day that I wasn't there, or a time that I wasn't
Yeah.
there. But, I think I understand what he had in the folder. That's why he got 1,500 there in the hand. But again, my thing was, let's get a number so we can budget it. Instead of a indeterminate number, and we don't really know what our budget is.
We don't have a copy of that, do we?
No, he just gave this
Okay.
after I
No,
saw it.
I should have thought.
Can she have it since she's doing the
Sure.
minutes?
I
Might
have
need
it,
some help.
electronically.
All right, yes, move on to the next one, Steve.
All right. So then we're in the general, and if you go to the far right column, it says change. Those are the only ones that have changed. And you would say, well, how come office rent has changed? Well, 5940 was never correct. It's $450 a month, and when you multiply that out, you get 5,400. That's an example. So that's why I put that in green. That was a net plus, good for us. And then you see that, office internet phone, is actually, no, it's higher than that. We get a monthly bill. And so we increased the budget a little bit. Operating supplies, I don't even remember why we increased the budget on it, what we did.
Oh, you got a computer, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
That was when you got a computer.
Well, no, this is for next year. We're not gonna buy another computer.
No,
JR with this was.
3 years in a row would be a little rough.
no, JR will get you, not me.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your support. Oh, boy.
Okay.
There was one other thing I wanted to point out. Let's see. Legal and professional services. And this is the Marsh Terry, the accounting, our accountant. And I have an email from her that says it's gonna be 1,800. So instead of 2,000, I think we'll only spend 1,800, but we're budgeted right now at 2,000. As you guys may know, or I don't know what your level of comfort, but within the fund group, I can move these around. So I could take that 2,000 to 1,800 and move it over to stationery and office supplies. Honestly, what I think, several of these are higher than they need to be. And we'll address that in 27.
Yeah, just because it's in there doesn't mean you have to spend it.
And then when you have to have it that high in 27. Okay, let's go to
Assistance fund?
Township Assistance, which is our most active fund group. And we've moved stuff around to reflect that public utilities are higher than budgeted quite a bit. If you look at 25 budget of 12.5 and spending year to date 17,812, you can see that we spend a lot more on public utilities. And rent is less. In spite of the fact that right now we're spending up to $550 for if someone comes in, they tell us a sad story, you know, we go that high, but we just don't have it as often. I'll show you a table that shows you what that's all about. Emergency shelter, we've had several homeless people that we put in open. And this is why we have emergency shelter, but it's, you can see we haven't hit budget.
Yeah.
And then these other items, you know, funerals, yes, I think we had 5 funerals.
Yeah.
25. No, it says 52.95. Is that right? Well, anyway, we lowered the amount for, in view of the 2025 actual, we lowered the amount budgeted for 26, 12,000, 10,000. So we basically have moved these around in an effort to get them more accurate.
What's under direct relief?
This is the same thing we already looked at last week.
Yeah, that's why I didn't copy it.
What's this other direct relief?
Sure.
Wendy has a question about me.
Yeah.
What's this other direct relief?
Well, that's just gives us the ability for something we never foresaw. And it was 3,400 last year. Pretty sure. I'm going by memory. Let's look, it'll be on there.
Yeah, it's 34.
So we said, you know, why do we need that? So we moved it to, utility and I think I'm thumbing through it. We had 1,000 now?
24.
24. Yeah, so if we don't ever use that, then in 27, when we have a forum at our public adoption, we'll lower it further. That's a good question. Yeah. So this meant that we had to have a notice of taxpayers of additional appropriations, which we need to have signed. And this required the assistance of Robert Norris. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Robert Norris. He's one of our gateway guys. He is our, well, he and the folks are the two guys that help us. I think he just basically did it. He would be able to explain. Do we have some signature things?
I'm going, my little cities are ready to.
If we can use mine.
Well, I'm just, you know, like,
All right. We'll use mine.
Okay.
You get the staple.
we didn't put the notice out yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're signing is this.
I gave him a copy. I gave him a copy.
So,
Yeah, well, this is one.
if you want one of the statement,
Does this go to the counselor or who for the?
This goes to Robert Norris, DOGF. Because he put together the $8,000 additional, for the fire. You'll see.
Yeah.
And so I'll send a copy of that signature signed, and I attest it, to Robert Norris.
Yes, well, start that now.
Your questions are reasonable. I'm still just learning this myself.
I'm not sure, was the date supposed to be the 16th on your?
No, I got all the dates.
Yeah, okay, I just thought I'd ask because.
You're right, you're right. We'll do this pen right here. We'll mark it out and put 7. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendy has to sign that too.
We'll put SSO right there. Okay. Take that off there. That's on me too. We had all these things to sign and I didn't tell the sign. So, thanks for those signatures. The next page is one of my favorite pages, number of people served. And it starts in July when we started. And you get a monthly total for all the various township assistance categories. And you can see how that's running. Utilities dominate, although, in August and September and October, when all the air conditioning bills were rolling through, that's why the utility bills are high. And then recently, we've had a lot of people interested in rent assistance. So you see October was 15, November 10, and December month to date were 11. We were just looking at the calendar. We don't have many days left. We've got Leanne tomorrow, and I'm on Friday. And we're both in on Monday. And we're off on Tuesday, and then we're off. We have a holiday on 24th, Christmas 25th, and I proclaimed we should just go ahead and take the 26th off. There's probably nobody coming. If the board is okay with that, let's do it.
Yeah, me too.
And then same thing the following week, we'll come in and work on Monday. And then we get Tuesday off, Wednesdays, New Year's Eve, we'll take that off. I think that's in our list. New Year's Day, and then we just won't run on the second, so we'll have a lot of days off. I don't think we'll have a lot of business. Okay, so any questions on the number of people served? It's about 2 a day. That were there. And I think it's something important to keep up with.
Do you know if a lot of these people were affected because their SNAP benefits were cut, or did you feel like you had more people in the county?
No.
because of that specifically?
But I'm glad you mentioned that, because maybe later in the agenda, we're gonna talk about, we now have food cards and gas cards, and the food cards were responsible, we were worried about the SNAP. But it didn't turn, as you know, it didn't turn out.
Yeah.
But we realized we kind of had a hole in our township assistance, and we didn't have, it's rare that somebody needs gas around, and also rare somebody is hungry and needs food.
But it's because we have, food banks that are open every day.
Well,
Yeah.
Leanne tells them that every time.
Yeah.
She sure does. And we talked to them about, not just food banks, but,
For charities.
EUCC.
Not the free meals that go on
Right.
during the
On
week.
Thursdays and on Tuesdays across the street church. There's one in Hamilton now.
Downtown in Tell City, the
You got the nice bakery, you got the bakery.
So we tell people about all of these. So you should be going. Some people do go.
Yeah.
But other people, for some reason, they don't want to go. Everybody's ready, we'll move on to next slide. So this is what we tried to do here toward the end of the year. We tried to use all our money up. We get a certain amount of tax money, and it goes away at the end of the year. And not that we're giving money away to people who don't need it, but we're trying to be generous with our money and use up what we have left in our township assistance. So you can see if you go through, for instance, township assistance, we're down to $13,700. What is that? Part of that salary. 100. We're actually down to more like 6,000 with a few days left. If you look at our our other budget, we ended up with right now 357. We're not trying to spend that for any reason, but they'll probably stay at 357. Supplies, 265, that won't change that. And we'll take the critical eye in 2027. Budget may be smaller.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, any questions? I think what I would like to say about that is we're watching that. Other than the computer that got brought up again, we're trying to be strict. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I said, okay. Thank you.
All right, Leanne, I think you're gonna make a comment about the bank reconciliation.
I sent you out all the paperwork at the end of each month or the first week of the next month. So did you all receive your copy?
Yes.
I'm not sure why he wanted me to copy these again, but I did, so. Cause you should have got October and November also. But did you have any questions about them?
I did not.
If you have any questions, yours.
Well, I will ask one question myself then.
Okay.
If you go to where it says outstanding disbursements, the very first one is from 1958. It's never been taken out, so I'm not quite sure why. It's for $34.13. It's to the workforce.
Trying to find out where you're at.
Me too.
I'm on the last page of October and it'll be the last page of November.
Last page.
Okay.
Because it stays on there until it's taken out.
I see.
But there was some kind of hiccup
Back then.
no, not in 1958, but there was some hiccup that I remember when we switched over from doing it in-house to Marsh Terry. Marsh Terry, like, paid it, they paid to pay it in or whatever, and maybe it dragged, like they did the auto. I don't
So
remember.
is that what that is?
I don't know. You have to call.
Because it's been on there every month since we've been there, so I was just curious.
Like the
Maybe we start with Robert Norris.
Well, would you ask him about something else? Because, I mean, it just stays on there.
And it says ATM, EFT.
Well, that's how it comes out of the checking account. Because it's done automatic, so they always give you a number
Yeah.
if there's a question. So I just wanted you to realize that it's always gonna stay there until they take it out.
Yeah, so I don't know why we're still.
And I don't understand the date on it.
I don't either, surely. 1958 is a long, that was before I was even born.
I don't
7
think
years.
that's correct.
Every month, $34. That's,
I think it was just a, I don't know, something that had been debited twice, but somebody didn't know how to reverse it, or
I guess
I don't know.
Should we try at the bank?
yeah, I would check with the bank and
Let's
find
try
out.
the bank.
Okay, so I'll call them
Yeah, and-
tomorrow, okay.
and stop it.
That's the only question
Just
I have.
go ahead and stop it, and we'll figure out what happens after that.
Okay,
You know, somebody starts swallowing, we'll address it.
okay. All I need to know.
All right, here's my favorite item. No, we're on documents now. We talked about food and gas cards.
Well, we didn't finish talking about it.
Go ahead.
Well, you want to talk about the gas card and food. So, yeah, for some reason I remember seeing that it wasn't authorized to do gas cards. But then I recall in my brain saying that, you know, if you do give gas, you must go with them and do it yourself, and,
Well,
somebody from the office goes.
yeah,
We don't just give out gas cards.
okay, well, we basically, this has been a case where someone lives elsewhere and we had a guy got abandoned by the guy. Drove off, I don't remember the details, but he needed some gas, but JR, we can do that. I would insist that both of us go.
And then we have
I
to shut
wouldn't
the
want to
office
send just one
down.
of us.
Wendy, have you read that too?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I would think a gas card would be the simplest answer.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it's authorized within our regulations and stuff. Well, Christine?
I don't recall that either.
Okay.
I don't remember anything about it.
I don't know why it's jogging my memory of seeing something
We've got
down, but maybe it is.
We've got 10 Circle S cards.
Okay.
Well,
Just
I'll try to,
Yeah, I really don't know.
research that.
Yeah, cause I really don't know. I just sometimes like thought I saw read that something like
Yeah.
that we do, but we do.
I'll make myself.
I don't have a problem with it if we do. I just wanna make sure we're within the law.
Yeah,
Is it in the new, guidelines that they're gonna be signing for? Is it in there about the gas card, which it should be?
I'd have to reread it, even though I went through this and wrote it myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm thinking that, because I did read it. But I don't know if it's in there or where it was.
It's not on the summary page.
And I don't have a problem with you looking it up later, Steve.
okay.
All right, I might have got out over my skis on that one. What we basically had, we've had a couple of times where someone has had a car empty of gas, leaving town probably, and then wanted gas, and we wanted to help. So we said, well, let's get gas cards. But I'll let myself know, I'll check it out. All right, I should bring that up. Okay, so that gives us the document signed.
Okay, I've got 7 different things here. This is, we sent you copies of all the contracts with the fire departments, so all you have to do is sign.
Yeah, so our idea here is,
And your
these
name's
got signed like in March of this year, this last time. Our idea here is,
That's for
we'll sign here as long as we
Larry
agree
did
with
to
what's
the
on
board
there.
last night.
And then, we'll let, Tell City Board
This
sign
is
later.
Anders'
And,
part.
I think
Oh,
maybe
that's
Connie
supposed to be-
bought
that's
hers by me. And the Troy Board
Fine
signed
name.
theirs later with our signatures on it. And then we'll get a quicker
This one.
resolution.
We'll pass it down for them to sign.
Tell City, did Connie bring it today? Yeah,
Their
so-
board, they had a meeting last night, they already signed it.
Connie, it turns out, Tell City was, a step ahead of us. But she came today, so there's not much.
Here's Steve, here's the other fire departments, they just have to flip it over and sign. So, just don't find your name.
Yeah, so this is, front and back.
Do we make a motion on those dates?
Oh, no, I didn't know if you're, because he just mentioned in his document sign, so I didn't know if you just gonna sign all of them, maybe, or I'm gonna do it.
On the financials.
Oh, no.
Nobody accepted the financials, did they?
Did anybody accept the financials?
Make a motion to accept the financials.
I'll make the motion.
I second it.
Okay, there you go. Fire contracts are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This next signature page is the very last page for the new guidelines. Did you all get a chance to go through them or glance at them or?
Yep.
Okay, that's what this page is for.
We tried to establish more clarity with those and to also be more brief. With the new guidelines. That was the idea.
This is in there. That's the part.
All right. We have used quite a bit of,
Any place like the Yes.
drawn data on it.
I don't know if there's a date on the other pages. Where it just says it goes through until December 31st of 2026. That's all I see. What is their date of signing? Do you need it?
It is 10/1/2025, which is when I completed it, through December 31st, 2026. Because there's several versions on file in the office. And this
Okay,
attempts
these
to
two-
state the new version.
These are the board meetings. I just need JR's and Christie's signatures because
The minutes.
Wendy already signed it. The minutes from the meetings from October.
No, before then.
We didn't have our October meeting.
Okay, for September.
All right. We'll go ahead. All righty.
Let's go with Mr. Kaufman's room.
All right. Thank you for the signatures. That's a necessary thing that we need to do, and so it's good to get that out of the way. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. All right, here's my favorite, item number 8. JR's list from last board meeting. I think they'll like some of them, and maybe not like others. We'll have to see. First thing is, we try to get the board meeting info out a week ahead of time. So what was your thought?
All the stuff that she has sent has been good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going very well.
All right.
With the exception of the agenda, the agenda coming
Yeah,
before the meeting would be good.
okay.
And there was a couple of documents, they were like copies or photos of PDFs. They
Yeah.
were
that's
taken from
great.
like this angle, so I couldn't really read what was on the paper. But,
I'm not sure which, must be something.
okay, I don't know, I couldn't read them.
I couldn't figure out how to get that into a electronic file. So I took pictures.
Well, just do it straight on.
Okay, I'll try to get it. Better than that. Well, we got your name this way. Ask Chris, I said, take Trustee. Oh, that was Chris. Right? Chris Hamlin. The answer's no, you don't need to.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not planning
fine.
to do it.
Yeah, we're good, except for, finding out what their budget is or what we're getting from them. That was the question of that. How can we budget, how much money would have to budget with? We don't know what we're getting from them. That's tricky, huh?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a mystery to me. I mean, I know we get tax money and twice a year they show us what that is. But I don't know whether that's connected to the council. Can you
I can ask Chris.
check on that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you. All right, private meetings. So the best I can understand, and I sent out a letter which wasn't a very strong opinion from the PAC. And then there was a link, and I thought it did say, and you should have a copy of that. You
No,
see,
you
it
got it on
says
number
the
9.
gathering of the majority of the governing body. This will actually mean, so I interpret that to say, I can meet with one of you guys at a time, but in private. You can come to the office and say, hey, Steve, we were wondering if you do this or whatever. Well, we can't make a decision there, but we can meet, talk about it with one person. 2 people, but since we have such a small board, we can't do that. JR pointed out. That's right. Best interpretation I've made. What do you think?
Yeah, that's correct. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
You know, and another thing that we can't do is like, okay, what you call Christie, what do you think about this? Let's get our decision on this. Then call me, what's our decision on this?
Yeah.
And maybe what's this? You can't do a chain like that. Okay. You can get general ideas, but we can't make any decisions or say this is our. We're good.
Yep.
We're good. Thank you very much, Steve.
Oh, no, thank you. I want to be
Okay, so we took care of that. That's good.
compliant with the statutes.
Okay.
Forward. Anjan got you guys email addresses, right? I agree.
Did you get? I haven't checked on it yet.
I thought I did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been some time ago though.
Okay,
And you should have a .in.gov.
I'll look on it.
Yours was, I don't know if yours will say the same as mine, but mine says trustee at Troy Township 62.
Okay,
I think
Got
it
it,
says
got it.
board 1, board 2,
Yeah.
board 3. I
okay,
think
good.
JR, I think you're board 3, Christie's 1, and you're 2. That's your email address.
So let's just be clear. It would say board 3 at Troy Township 62.in.gov.
Yeah.
Thank
That'll
you.
work.
Good.
So I've been sending everything to your government addresses instead of your personal. Is that okay?
That is.
Okay.
Okay, this is wrong. I said January 5th. My proposal is that I talked to a couple of people, I can't remember who they were at the courthouse, and they were like, you don't have to have it that early, you can have it a little later. And so my thought was we'd have it a little later. I was gonna propose Wednesday 14th. But this is open to discussion.
I thought there was some kind of rule that we had to have the meeting at a certain day. After the first of the year, the organizational meeting.
Yeah. It don't be that, it's not the case.
That's not the
I
case.
might have
I don't
been
know.
wrong.
Okay. You ready to look it up right now?
But, I mean, for me, almost every day is the same as another. So if the board wants to have one on January, we can do it. But
I'm okay on
I'm okay
that
with
as well. So not on the 14th, on the 5th. We just, whatever's gonna be good for,
back me up on this, because I'll forget.
Is courthouse available then?
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll check with the code.
So,
You're saying January 14th if we can have it.
no.
January was.
Oh, January 5th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When are you good with the 5th?
Yeah, I think so.
Me too, I think so. Yeah.
If Leanne knows about it, it'll happen. Outstanding clerk. Okay, so number 6, we changed the website. Although I have a hard time getting in there. I gotta try again, see if they fix that for me. I asked them to fix it for me. But, Nicole Sin, she went in and said, yeah, your guys are in there. It's got Leanne and Steve Owen no longer has Jenny's name.
Okay, good job.
Did you get access to the social media page?
I have not done anything.
I'm just afraid that somebody might be like trying to respond to the township page. You know, send messages on there and nobody's monitoring that.
So, since you mentioned that, you know, there was a Facebook page, there is a Facebook page, I assume still. It's screwed up. Sometimes it takes my personal email, not my .in.gov, but my personal email, over. There'll be a Facebook item like Larry Cleveland like that. And I'll click on that and it'll go to Jenny Bruner's Township Facebook. So what I would say is I would like to make that one of our things here as we go into 2026. That we straighten that out and we get a good Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
trying to
piece
get
of
somebody to shut that one
Stop
down.
clicking on that one.
What's that?
Stop clicking on that one. That'll fix it.
Oh, you mean on?
Yeah.
Well, but it needs to be permanently disabled.
Yes.
And then we can create a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we'll make that a project.
But I think Jenny has to do it because she's listed as the
Administrator.
Well, it
administrator
turns
on.
out it's Rhiannon.
Oh, right now it says Rihanna. Okay.
Yeah.
Rihanna, yeah. We'll have to get her to take it.
Well,
I can talk to Rihanna.
I tried this. Fortunately, I'm not that
You may be
sharp,
right.
but I've
Rhiannon
tried to
may,
work on this about 4 times. It's confusing.
Rhiannon may have got the page working before. That may be why you're thinking that it pulls up for her with her name on it.
But it has Jenny's name on it.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, we'll make this, Leanne and Steve project. Alright. So the thing with Jenny Bruner, talked to our accountant, this fellow there, sorry about that. And, since she was paid less than 600, we don't have to produce it.
Okay, that's according to the accountant. I reached out to both of the county attorneys, and their opinion was that we should. But you can take the accountant's advice over to attorneys if you like. That's okay.
She was
That's
adamant.
fine. Yes, he's, you know, that's all right.
I'd rather go with the attorney.
Yeah, well, I reached out to both of the county attorneys, and
Yeah,
the opinion I got back was, yeah, we should do that.
I don't mind,
But
I
that's,
don't mind getting with, Tanya and saying, let's do it anyway.
yeah, it's not gonna hurt. Not gonna hurt. Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, since she's doing it, she probably have to do it. Sure.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate you looking into all that.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for bringing these things up. And you have an opportunity here to do some work.
Uh-oh.
All right. If there's no more comments on that, we talked about private meetings. Cemetery report, we stayed after that guy and I made several tours of the cemeteries. We have 6 cemeteries. And, by and large, there was one time in the heart of the summer, and he had a mower broken down, or he got a little bit behind, but other than that, he did a pretty darn good job. And also, I have some friends that do this also in Marshall. And, he's given us a good price, so we're gonna go in and do that.
Did he, carry off the debris?
Yeah, he does the debris too, but we didn't really have any.
Okay. I know Jimmy had renegotiated because we ended up like, one of the cemeteries we used to take care of went to, we deeded it back to a family, remember that?
Yeah.
And then instead of negotiating the price, we just decided that he was responsible for haul off of debris.
Because he lost a cemetery.
Yeah, he knows that he is, but I
Okay.
think, I can't remember, if you look at the budget, I think we have a little more budgeted than this fee in case.
In case we need it.
Now, if a tree falls and it's a huge tree and you gotta get never to cut it up, you know,
We had that one.
we might have some budgetary trouble, but it wouldn't be as much as a few. So, I think we'll be all right. Okay. So now we're at the point of number 11, other items from the board.
I'm good.
Right.
Great.
They don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
Well, if there are no other items, then I appreciate you guys listening to all the things that we talked about. Our next meeting will be January 5th unless we contact you and tell you that we can't get the meeting. And we'll move it a little bit. And I'm not sure, we do have an annual report. There'll be some items to talk about. It may not be as lengthy as this.
I make a motion, we done.
And I second that motion.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
how much for the pen?
Oh, you can have it, I'll give you another one. Like I said, I have access to all.
Got privilege, you got pen privilege.